everyone, and welcome to a hot and sunny Wintercrest Park for CTN's live coverage of Metro Minny Town Ball. Coon Rapids Redbirds hosting the St. Michael's Saints, one of the leading teams in the Metro Minny division. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate, and swelteringly hot.
It is a little bit warm out here. We're fortunate that we've got a canopy above us and we're in the shade, and it's actually quite breezy. So we're getting the wind blowing right into our face. So that's not bad, but this should be fun. These are a lot of players we've seen since high school and on the Coon Rapids side.
Including Zach Sather, who starts at third base, part of the 2008 state championship team. Zach scored from second on a bunt in that championship game.
I remember that's a long while ago. I bet he couldn't do it today.
It depends on how far the bunt traveled, how much they were paying attention. You know, a bunt that goes 300 feet down the line, he might be able to do it.
Well, if it goes 300 feet down the line, there's a good chance. And it's like a slow roller 300 feet.
Well, unusual circumstances with the heat index up over 100 degrees today. First time in our 25 years here, I think, that we've ever seen a Coon Rapids team taking shelter in the first base dugout.
Well, they, as the home team, they can do that.
And I think it's wise. I think that's where they should be. Jack Vlacity getting the start here and starting Matthew Carlson out with a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Carlson comes into the game hitting .524. He's been hot so far this summer. Jack comes in with a 0.56 earned run average. He's 1-0 on the season.
Played over at Century College last season. Kirby Peary behind home plate.
That's old home week.
2019 Coon Rapids graduate. This one rolled to first. Aaron Lindstrom to Jack Vlacity, and he's going to beat it out.
Well, the clubhouse leader is coming out to talk to the official. I'm a little surprised he didn't just take it himself, but maybe he figured the younger Jack Vlacity can get over there a little quicker, but I thought maybe and give Carlson some credit, pretty quick down the line.
And it was a bang-bang play.
Yep.
Carlson beating out the footfall of Vlacity and getting the infield single. Vlacity with a big bender to start Blake Shermer's out, 0-1.
Shermer steps to the plate. He's hitting .389 on the season. This club's hitting .355 as a total.
Yeah, and they've put up double digits in almost every one of their victories this season. So they're a team that once they get going, they can really put up some big numbers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've scored 55 runs in 6 games.
Shermer's out in front of a breaking pitch, sends it foul down the third base line. Vlacity back ahead, and they count 1-2.
Actually, the Redbirds, they've scored 57, but in a few more games.
Yeah, they've played quite a few more, twice as many.
Yeah.
Off-speed pitch, grounded through the right side. And back-to-back singles have St. Michael rolling early in the top half of this first inning.
A nice piece of hitting. Right between the hole, between first and second. Lindstrom holding the runner at the bag.
One fouled back and out of play. Ian Crable Valuaga, first baseman for the Saints. An opportunity here with 2 on, nobody out.
Crable Villalaga hitting .429 on the season. Good opportunity for him to move some runners around.
Curveball stays inside, 1-1.
He's leading the club in RBI with 13 on the season. Looking to increase that team lead.
One pitch fouled back and out of play. Yeah, an interesting lineup for the Redbirds, and I'm sure it can be said for most of the teams in town ball. You know, guys across so many, age groups. From this one hit solidly right down the third base line. Carlson will come home and he will score. They're going to hold Shermers at second, an RBI single for Valuaga, and the Saints are on the board.
They've done what they needed to do here in this first inning. Is they're moving runners along. They scored the first run, nobody out. They're putting pressure on the Redbirds here early on.
Yeah, and really, I think Redbirds kind of fortunate. I don't know if Shermer's just got a bad read on it. I'm really surprised to see them at first and second and not at second and third, which would put them in a much worse position. But here comes their third baseman, the cleanup hitter, Jordan Krupke. Takes a pitch for a strike, going 1. But I was going to say, I'm sure it could go across all town ball. Guys that, from 18, 19 years old, fresh out of high school, or maybe a second year out of high school. Sather tags, throws across. That skips past Lindstrom. Here comes Valuaga. He will hustle all the way home and score from first. And checking in at first is Krupke. Krupke reaches on a fielder's choice and then moves from first to third on the errors.
We're going to see it again. As they're doing a good job getting the out over at third. And it's a tough throw from that, especially as you're going over to get that out at third base and making that throw. And of course, it got by Lindstrom.
And now Marcus Krupke stands in with a runner at third base, 1 out. Vlacity again able to get ahead in the count, 0-1. Trying to tempt him with something up out of the zone, and Krupke lays off. We'll look for something he can drive.
He's hitting .273 as he steps to the plate.
Curveball fouled back out of play. 1-2.
I want to wish my broadcast partner a very happy birthday, Joe. 29 again.
You find a good age, you just kind of hold on to it.
Yeah, it's a good number. But I'm sure you've had a wonderful day.
This one, chop foul in front of first. It'll stay 1-2. So we've got some guys on the Redbirds team go back to the early 2000 graduating classes at Coon Rapids.
It's crazy.
And then a handful of 2021 grads. So it grounded to second, easy play from Paulson to Lindstrom to get the out, but that'll bring Jordan Krupke in from third, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Saints here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Saints have done a nice job of getting this lead here early in the ball game, and putting pressure on the home team. Velocity and the Redbirds just want to get out of this inning, get up to the plate, try to do some damage of their own.
Reed Brown takes his strike at the knee, 0-1. Big cut comes up empty for Brown, and Velocity way ahead, 0-2.
Tried to get him to offer it something low and out of the zone.
Another pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Yeah, you talked about it. The progression through the years, how many catchers they have on this club. Both Ricky Petroff and Aaron Young from last year were the two catchers. Kirby Peary was captain and catcher and graduated 2019. But it goes all the way back. Aaron Lindstrom, when he was playing, was a catcher.
Yep.
Justin Reeves also on the roster, caught in the mid 2010s somewhere.
Yeah, they've had, over the series of years we've been doing this, they've had some pretty nice catchers.
I think Justin
Tommy
Reeves
Newman, another one that I always thought was a good player back in the day. Nice pitch.
Called third strike, ends the inning, but damage is done. 3 runs on 3 hits. They left none. Redbirds in a hole to start. You're watching Town Ball live on CTN. Back at Wintercrest, a big 3 spot on the board in the top of the first inning for St. Michael. Coach Don Bright makes his way to the third base coach's box. His team has some work to do.
Yeah, you never like to fall behind early, but obviously it is early, so you have plenty of time. Of course, this game goes 9 innings, so you've got a lot of baseball in front. Starting pitcher Ethan Knutson for the Saints comes in with a 1-1 record, a 3.60 earned run average, Joe, and he's pitched 10 innings, given up 11 hits, 9 runs and 4 earned runs. He's struck out 7 in 10 innings.
Well, the Redbirds had been playing pretty well. They'd won 4 in a row up until Friday night. They ran into a tough Minnetonka Millers team, and a late rally fell short. And then yesterday afternoon they played against Hastings and had a 6-6 game that kind of went back and forth. And then they had a couple errors and gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Ian Wynn, after a slow start, has really come on strong to be one of the top hitters. No surprise. A line drive here over the head of Carroll out and right. Turns around first, big turn at second, but he's going to hold up there.
Ian pounded that one. I mean, he's hit. He came in hitting 300, but as you mentioned, start with a slow start. But that was a definite double right off the bat.
Well, and I think he went 3 for 4 with a walk yesterday, if memory serves, and he had like 5 stolen bases. So
he's fast.
He is very
he
fast.
He is really fast.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Blake Ramberg. Looks at an off-speed pitch off the outside corner. 1-0.
Watch the way the ball flies off his bat. I mean, he knew right away that it was over the head of the right fielder, Jack Carroll. Ramberg hitting .306 on the season.
Knudsen bent that one down and in. It's now 2-0. Runner is going. Pitch is a called strike. Throw is wide of the bag. It's a steal for a win over to third.
Yeah, certainly it wasn't all that long ago that Ian played high school ball. And
just over a year.
Yeah, just remember the fact that, he's just so aggressive.
Little soft single over the head of the second baseman, and that will score win from third easily. An RBI single for Blake Ramberg. Yeah, he played Division II baseball down in Illinois last year.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
So a good answer so far from the Redbirds. A double and a single, a 1-run across. That brings up the catcher, Kirby Peary. Looks at a curveball that falls in for a strike, 0-1. Kirby playing his college ball last year at St. Thomas. Yep. A newly promoted Division I program. Pops this one up just beyond shortstop, and Krupke makes the easy catch for out number 1.
Yeah, I always love watching Kirby play. He's such a competitor. Just got underneath that pitch a little bit.
That'll bring up Zach Sather.
Zach's looking to get his bat going, batting .182 on this season.
Knudsen able to slip a off-speed pitch past him, get in front 0-1.
Nice pitch at the knees.
This one foul down the third base line. Long run for Jordan Krupke, but not able to get really anywhere close. It'll stay 0-2. Putting in the effort, though. Not afraid of a little hard work on a hot day.
Makes one of us. Actually, it's not too bad out here in this situation. We've got a pretty good sitting back here in the shade and the breeze. It's in our contract. They put up a canopy once a season, so tonight's the night.
Yeah, yesterday Redbirds game was a 4 o'clock start, and it was very hot on the pavement. See, they're getting a little dust up in the eyes as the wind came through. The wind has really picked up just over the last hour or so.
Yeah, Zach Sather, another one of those players that was certainly fun to watch.
Way out in front of the curveball, and he's down on strikes. Knudsen able to come back with 2 outs after giving up 2 hits and a run.
Yeah, he'd be happy getting out of this inning with just 1 run. That pitch dropped, and nothing Sather could do about it.
Tanner Stein digs in and pitches outside, 1-0.
Stein hitting .267 on the season. The Redbirds hitting .227 as a team.
That had a lot of break, and it broke in just the right spot for Knutson to even the count at 1-1. Check the runner, but Ramberg back in plenty of time.
Nice pitch.
Called strike, 1-2. Curveball down in the dirt. Good block by Broderson behind the plate.
Yeah, just using your body to keep it in front of you, and that's what he did. No opportunity for Redbirds to advance a base.
High fly to short center field. Coming in is Carlson. He's able to get underneath it for out number 3. So the Redbirds get a couple of hits, score a run, leave one. They trail 3-1 after 1. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Bag of Wintercrest, bottom third of the order, due up for the Saints here in the second inning. They were able to put up a cricket number in the top of the first, got 3 hits, scored 3 runs, aided by a Coon Rapids error.
Oh, they did get 1 run back, and certainly want a quick inning in the field here. Don't want to give up any additional runs to the Redbirds if they can help it.
Taylor Broderson, the catcher, will lead things off. Foul back, the first offering out of play.
Broderson hitting .286 on the season.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he either played or plays for Bethel.
Yeah, I think you'd probably have a safe bet.
Vlacity skips that one in there. It's 1-1. Reaches out and pokes that one foul out of play down the first base line.
A good spot for Velocity, heading the count 1-2.
Well, he was there a lot in that first inning, getting ahead in the count, but at the end of At the end of the inning, it was a long one. That was a called third strike. Second strikeout, both have been punch-outs for Velocity. The last two men he's faced. That'll bring up right fielder Jack Carroll.
Carroll hitting .231 on the season.
Bender bends way early in the dirt, 1-0. Fastball misses low, 2-0. This one hit back up the middle. Fielding it is Brenda. The throw is in time, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Brenda with a nice play in the field. It's a solid throw from short.
And now the pitcher, Ethan Knutson. Chance to try and help his own cause. Looks at a pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Knutson hitting a .154 as he steps to the plate.
This one hit back on the right side, fielded by Lindstrom. This time, Vlacity there well ahead of the runner. And the Saints are retired. 1-2-3 in the top of the second. Redbirds back to the plate when we return on CTA.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Fans in the shade that has fallen over the entire viewing section behind home plate.
Actually, it's little sun right now. It's of course this was a 7:30 start.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I didn't think that the shade came in quite so quickly.
Yeah. Well, everybody will.
But I'm
welcome
happy for it.
Yes.
Xander Parr will lead things off for Coon Rapids. DHing for the pitcher, Jack Vlacity, tonight.
Xander hitting .450. He was another one of the players that was fun to watch during the high school ball. He's a good ball player.
Also playing his college ball at Century over in White Bear Lake. This one hit right back the middle and through. Leadoff single. That'll bring up second baseman Jake Paulson.
Jake hitting .250 on the year.
Curveball in the dirt, nice stop, but Parr is running, and the throw is not corralled by Krupke, and he is in safely at second on the wild pitch. Although Broderson did a nice job of corralling it quickly and getting it down there.
That's Xander's 4th stolen base of the season.
This one hit high but shallow to center. Coming in for it is Carlson. He makes the catch for out number 1.
I wasn't happy with that. Certainly wanted that opportunity back. Brings up Aaron Lindstrom.
Takes a pitch low, 1-0.
He's the clubhouse leader. The seasoned vet.
He's got some power in that
Yeah,
bat.
absolutely.
Drove one to the base of the fence last night. Or yesterday afternoon. Way out in front of the curveball, though, and it's 1-1.
He has a homer this season.
Off-speed pitch in for a called strike, 1-2.
Knutson in a good spot.
He'll chase Parr back to the bag at second. He's there in plenty of time.
It plunked him.
Not the way he wanted to get on base, but
He just looked over at me and said, "That tickled. I'm tough. You can throw at me. I've been through it all."
clearly a curveball that Knutson did not
No.
get the spin that he wanted on. And so 2 on, 1 out, and the shortstop, Jimmy Brenda.
Brenda hitting 240.
Knutson starts him out with a strike, going 1.
That hit him as well.
Fastball inside and a little too far inside. Back-to-back hit batters. Bases all loaded up for Ian Wynn.
And Broderson will have a word with Knutson after back-to-back hit batters. Doesn't matter how you get on base. Opportunity, top of the order for Ian Wynn.
Looks like Jack Carroll playing a little deeper out in right field after Wynn lined one over his head for a leadoff double in the first. Pitch is inside, 1-0.
Good eye at the plate because he looked like he was going to jump on that pitch, but decided better of it.
Curveball gets away from Broderson. Everybody's moving up 90 feet as Xander Parr comes in to make it a 1-run game.
There's excuse me, there's a lot of real estate behind home plate here at Wintercrest.
Yeah, you're not, if it gets beyond you, it's...
Yeah, you're not going to get a base runner. Certainly not coming from third. Take a walk to the mound, have a talk.
And now
Time
2-0 for a really good hitter in Ian Wynn. One out and two in scoring position. Got some work in the bullpen early for St. Michael.
That would be Braden Lewandowski.
So Aaron Lindstrom, the tying run at third base. Jimmy Brinda, go-ahead run at second. Only one out, a 2-0 count for Ian Wynn. And that pitch way up high, 3-0. And that is ball 4. They'll be all loaded again for Blake Ramberg.
The Redbirds getting runners on base here, both innings. Just one away, as you mentioned, tying run at third.
Ramberg takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Ramberg, a soft line drive over the head of Shermers at second. Drove in the first run of the game for Coon Rapids. This one hit high and deep to left. Reed Brown coming in on it. Makes the catch. Lindstrom tagged and got about 3 steps and decided to come back.
Yeah, I thought better of it. Yeah, if the ball was a little deeper, he would have had the opportunity. But as you mentioned, that ball came in on Reed Brown.
And Lindstrom might not be quite as quick as he was when he wore a Cardinals uniform.
Not as fleet of foot, is that what you're saying?
He might have lost a half a step or a quarter step since
we'll have to ask him.
Since his high school days.
We'll have to ask him, but what's his time in the 40? So I asked him today how old he was. He said 37. God, it made me feel old.
This one hit pretty well by Peary toward the gap in right center. It will be tracked down by Matthew Carlson. He will grab it, and the Redbirds will leave the bases loaded. The Saints hold on to their 3-2 lead as we head to the third on CTN.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American. You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Did you know? City Code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Redbirds able to chip away at that lead a little more in the bottom of the second inning. St. Michael got all 3 of their runs in the top of the first.
Got to keep limber. Got to keep.
1 run in each inning for the Redbirds, and it's 3-2 as we start the third.
Yeah, again, they jumped to that 3-0 lead to the Saints, and Redbirds just chipping back into this game. A couple of runs, as you mentioned, in each of the first 2 innings, and 3 hits apiece.
Top of the order due up here for the Saints in the top of the third. And it was their top 3 guys. They started the game with 3 straight singles. That was their 3 hits. Matthew Carlson singled and scored in that first inning. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. That'll even it up. Vlasidy working quickly and misses low, 2-1.
Yeah, again, trying to keep that fastball down in the zone. Certainly looking to see if they can get he can get the Saints hitters to offer at it.
Another one down at the ankles, 3-1. Rolled to the right side, scooped up by Paulson. The throw bobbled at first, and an error will allow the leadoff man on base. Second error of the game against the Redbirds.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a routine play, and you can see Aaron Lindstrom just kind of look at, can't believe I dropped that. Not going to see that often. Good job by Paulson to field it. And it just popped out of his glove.
Blake Shermers takes a pitch for a strike. Also singled in his first at bat. Out at third on a fielder's choice later in the inning. Vlasidy trying to work that lower part of the zone. 1-1.
And again, trying to keep it low to see if we can get something hit on the ground, see if we can, the minimum, get the lead runner.
Curveball fouled back and will get out of play. 1-2. This one grounded to third. Sather to Paulson for 1. The relay in time. They go 5-4-3, and the double play erases the error.
That's it helps when you keep that ball down low in the zone, get some hit that ball on the ground, and just a great job by Sather to start that double play. Solid throw to Paulson at the bag, and Jake turned around, and the throw over to Lindstrom is good. Gets the runner.
That'll bring up Valoaga, the first baseman. First pitch driven to the gap in right center. He's going to turn and trot in easily with a stand-up double with 2 away.
Redbird's fortunate they got that double play and eliminated runners off the bags, because very well would have probably scored a run. It was a solid hit.
Crable Valawaga now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Jordan Krupke rolled it to third, reached on a fielder's choice, and later scored in the inning. This one fouled on the first baseline. One of those baselines.
Yeah, you're 50-50 chance, so you're bound to pick it right.
Another one fouled on the first baseline. Keeps Xander Parr busy down there.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Vlas's in a great spot here, heading count 0-2.
Dropped the curveball, got him swinging. The throw down to complete the strikeout, but a big double play erases the error. A 2-out double does nothing for the Saints. Still, they lead 3-2, middle of the third on CTN.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Back at the ballpark. Still early. Saints jump to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. Redbirds have been able to get one back in each of the first 2 innings, but now facing a reliever.
That would be Brandon Lewandowski. I'm sorry, Braden.
The heart, the engine of the Redbirds right there, Don Bright.
Absolutely. And he's checking some major league scores. Lewandowski, he's got a 1-0 record. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned, a 6.43 earned run average. Struck out 10, though, in 4 1/3.
That's pretty effective.
That's pretty good.
Out of 13 outs, 10 of them are strikeouts.
Not bad.
Let's start with Zach Sather. Sather was a strikeout victim in the first. That pitch down in the dirt, down and in, 1-0.
Oh!
Sather started the double play in the top half of the inning.
Good patience at the plate by Zach there. Put the count at 2-0.
And now 3-0. Lewandowski having a little trouble locating the zone. Four-pitch walk. And the leadoff man aboard for the home squad.
Well, the Redbirds definitely will take that. They've been able to get base runners in every inning.
Yeah, left them loaded.
Yep.
Had bases loaded with only one out in that second inning and did not find a way to push any of those three across. Tanner Stein, a fly ball to center field back in the first inning. The Redbird batters may be in a position where they wait for Lewandowski to throw a strike before they ever take the bat off the shoulder. Another fastball missing high, 2-0.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad thought at this point. Make him throw strikes. He'll take all the free passes he'll offer.
So that one is in there, Beltai. Found the zone, 2-1. Down and away, 3-1. And Lewandowski in danger of back-to-back walks to start his outing. Knudsen had just one walk through his 2 innings. Took a little something off of that just to make sure he got it in the zone, 3-2. Big pitch right here for Lewandowski. Stein should see something good. Stein will ground it back on the right side on a couple of hops. Flip to second. The relay in time. They go 4-6-3. Shermers, Krupke, Valawaga to erase the leadoff walk.
That's the way to get 2 quick outs. Good job in the field that time by the Saints. Ball just popped right up into his glove at second. Made it much easier for him to deliver it to Krupke.
Xander Parr stands in, takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Parr with a single and a run scored in the second inning. Down in the dirt, skips to the backstop, 1-1. Catches the inside corner, 1-2. Kirby Period has had to check in, some niceties as he retrieves the ball that went to the backstop. That's a called strike. Parr thought that was a little bit high, but it's called third strike. And after a shaky start to his inning, Lewandowski only faces 3. Gets a double play and a strikeout. Still 3-2 St. Michael as we head to the 4th. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTF.
As the world faces the challenges of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Lions recognize that kindness matters now more than ever. And Lions and Leos are finding ways to continue to serve our communities. For more than 100 years, in times of need, Lions always find a way to help those around them. And after we emerge from this, we will be stronger than ever. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
They stay involved. Keep scoring.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say it's
Might have
pleasant out.
Might have to go out over and double check, make sure I've got
Compare
things
notes.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to keep you honest. It's your birthday, though, so you can
It
get
is-
away with a little bit more.
It is much more tolerable than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
With how hot it was
Yeah.
all day. The
Yeah.
wind is a huge,
Absolutely.
huge factor. And the sun going down doesn't hurt. First pitch fouled down the third base line and out of play. 0-1 to Marcus Krupke. Krupke ground out to second back in the first.
You get a free bag of popcorn.
As soon as we get a popcorn machine.
Take an IOU.
Fastball called to strike, 1-2. We have had several of the timeouts for batters that get the dust blowing up in their eyes. It's this one grounded on the right side, scooped up by Paulson. The throw in plenty of time, and there's one down.
Yeah, that you hit that ball in the air. It takes. I mean, right now it's just. I watch it blowing in. I watch it blowing out. It's the wind is whipping around a little bit. It really plays havoc when you hit that ball in the air.
Brings up Reed Brown. Late on the fastball, 0-1. Brown punched out his first time up. That ended the Saints' first inning. Backs away from a pitch inside, evens the count, 1-1. Curveball fouled to the backstop. Pop up to second. Paulson waits, squeezes it, 2 down.
Yeah, again, you got to be concerned with what the wind's going to do to that. But look, he came in. It looked like he may have gone back just a half step. And, as you mentioned, 2 outs.
Now to bring up the catcher, Taylor Broderson. Also a strikeout victim his first time up. Also late on the fastball to start, 0-1. Curveball in the dirt, pretty easy take for Broderson. It's 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1.
Yeah, Jack and the Redbirds want to like get out here quickly, get back to the plate, trailing by a run.
Skipped it in the dirt, 3-1. Misses low, ball 4, first walk issued by Vlacity, and it's comes with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th and puts Broderson at first.
We're going to have a courtesy runner for St. Michael. That would be Tyler Field.
Bring up Jack Carroll. Carroll a ground out to short in his first at bat, now with a runner at first, 2 away. Breaking pitch falls early, and it's 1-0. Fastball in, 1-1.
Nice pitch there from Jack. And obviously not be too concerned about the runner at first. Just try and go after that hitter at the plate. With 2 away.
Inside, 2-1. This one hit right back through the middle for a 2-out hit, and the Saints trying to rally with 2 on now and 2 away.
Yeah, trying to get some insurance here in the top half of the 4th. So just solid base knock back through the box.
And that'll bring up Lewandowski. Took over on the hill in the bottom half of the 3rd.
He's hitting 400 on the season.
Takes a pitch at the knees, 0-1. This one hit to 3rd, and Sather snags it on a line to end the inning. Lewandowski felt pretty good about that, got good contact, and the line drive snagged by Zach Sather to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. St. Michael 3, Coon Rapids 2 on CTN.
I was the lead gunner of the convoy that we had. While I was suppressing fire, I felt a flick on my upper biceps area. Right after my recovery, I had to find myself again and see what else I could do to continue my selfless service. Having an organization like the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, putting me back into working with wounded troops helped me to process my injury. I'm Sergeant Mary Herrera, and my alive date was November 8th, 2003.
For more information, visit saluteheroes.org.
Saints got the bats going right away. First 3 batters had singles. They ended up scoring 3 times in the opening inning, assisted by a Coon Rapids error. The Redbirds able to get them right back. A leadoff double and a stolen third base by Ian Wynn, then scored on the single by Xander Parr. And then Parr in his second at bat, another hit. Oh, I'm sorry, he scored on the, Wynn scored on the RBI single by Blake Ramberg. Xander Parr had the single leading off the second inning and later scored on a wild pitch. Lewandowski took over on the mound in the third. So this will be his second inning in relief.
And the Redbirds trying to get that a minimum of tying this game up here in the bottom of the fourth.
Jake Paulson will lead things off. He had a fly ball to center field. His first at bat back in the second inning. Lewandowski walked the first batter he faced on 4 pitches. This one grounded back up the middle, scooped up by Krupke to throw in time. And 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, good job. Nice strong throw to the bag.
But he walked the first guy on 4 pitches and then was struggling with his second batter, but got him to bounce into a double play. Then got a strikeout, and now he gets a very quick first out here in the fourth. Bring up Aaron Lindstrom. He was hit by a pitch. Made it as far as third base where he was stranded back in that second inning when the Redbirds left the bases loaded.
Not sure where.
Yeah, I think he thought it hit him again.
Grazed him? Maybe, or he was trying to sell it, maybe, that it hit him. Because it got that big smile.
Well, he's still having fun. That's why he's still at the ballpark.
Absolutely.
Trying to show the young bucks how it's done.
That's right.
And there's going to be a base knock. No question. It's just that easy.
Yeah, solid base wrap to left field.
Got the pitch he wanted. Just a solid single into first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing hard about it. That'll bring up Jimmy Brenda, also hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Check on Lindstrom. He's back in plenty of time.
Tyler Field getting some warm-up throws in the bullpen for St. Michael. We saw him earlier as a courtesy runner.
Clips the inside corner with that pitch, 1-1. Lefty. Brenda dug that one out off his shoelaces, and this one hit well to center, but a good job tracking it by Matthew Carlson, able to reel it in. Lindstrom
They made it a close
nearly
play.
a little too nonchalant getting back to first base.
I don't think he thought they were going to make a throw.
That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Ian Wynn doubled, stole third, and scored in the first, and then walked in the second. Takes a pitch off the outside edge, 1-0. Off speed pitch, grounded foul, 1-1.
Oh, I don't know. Ian looks like he may have hurt himself.
Cramping
Or cramp,
up.
yeah. You can see it. Right calf.
And when you're a speed guy, cramp can.
Yeah, it can put you on the bench.
Well, even when you're not a speed guy, I suppose. But where's the pickle juice?
I'm just gonna say that. Where is the pickle juice?
Saw Velocity eating a peanut butter and pickle sandwich before the game.
The pickles. It's
and I said, "Oh, you shouldn't be cramping up then." 1-1 pitch floats in for a strike. Gets Lewandowski ahead, and they count 1-2. This one hit back up the middle, bobbled by Shermers. The throw is not in time, and
Cramp didn't look like it was bothering him running down the line.
So he will reach on an error. I assume they will. I don't see an error going up on the board, but
they give him a hit. I think they gave him a hit. It's home team scoring.
Does look that way. That's a very generous single.
Yeah, no way you're going to get him going down the line. He is way too quick.
And so Wynn on base for a third time this afternoon or this evening. Blake Ramberg takes a pitch for a strike, evens the count 1-1.
Redbirds have something cooking here with 2 outs. They had to get out of the way of that one.
Two and one. Low 3-1. Ramberg an RBI single his first time up. Called the strike and a full count.
Yeah, he certainly would like to repeat that here.
They got Lindstrom going. The throw was high, though.
Boy, is he lucky.
He was very lucky. Thought 2 outs, 3-2 count. I'm going to start running. And Lewandowski caught him a little bit too eager, and then Lewandowski's throw a little too eager. Comes back with ball 4, and they're all loaded up again. And this time Lindstrom was a little hesitant to head to third even after ball 4.
He had to make sure everything was good. Wanted to make sure it was kosher.
So bases loaded with 2 outs, and here comes Kirby Puri looking for his first hit of the afternoon. First pitch skied in the infield. Valuaga is underneath it. And for the second time in 4 innings, the Redbirds leave the bases loaded. They trail the St. Michael's Saints 3-2 as we head to the 5th on CTN.
Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On collection day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
Jack Vlacity back on the hill for inning number 5. He's looked pretty good.
Yes.
After the 3-run first inning, he has really kept the Saints off balance the last couple of innings.
Oh, the Redbirds, you talked about in that second inning, and now in the fourth inning, bottom of the second, bottom of the fourth, had bases loaded, but couldn't get any runs across, and again, happened to him in the fourth as the score stands 3-2.
Top of the order for St. Michael here in the top of the 5th inning. Matthew Carlson singled and scored in the first, reached on an error in the third. Quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. As Vlacity has missed low a couple of times. And now upstairs, 3-0.
They have 2 and 1 on the scoreboard.
So maybe I missed the strike call.
Strike, yeah.
It's a 2-2 call count. This one lofted into center, and it's going to fall for a base hit as Ian Wynn is, I think, done for the night with that cramp.
Yep.
You know, they took him out of center field.
It's Blake Ramberg playing center.
So I got to figure out who's out right field.
Yeah.
Nice block by Kirby, but the throw, and neither middle infielder was there in time, so fortunately Carlson not able to go any further. He'll get second base on a wild pitch. Inside, 2-0 now to Blake Shermers. Shermers singled in the first, hit into a double play in the third. Pitch is low, 3-0.
Oh, the St. Michael is hoping that this is the inning they can add some insurance to their lead.
Shermer's taken all the way on 3-0, and Vlasidy able to find the zone. So grounded through the right side. They're going to hold Carlson at third. So now runners at the corners with nobody out.
Kyle Schombrick is in right field.
And now Crable Valuaga, who is 2 for 2. Pitch misses low, 1-0. Runner was off the line drive, taken easily by Brenda. And even though he dropped the original throw, Lindstrom able to scoop it back up, tag the bag, and complete the double play. That's the danger of the hit and run.
Yep. Now and then the Redbirds, now with 2 outs, would love just to come out of this inning unscathed. It looked like that the Saints were going to put some runs together.
This one hit to Brenda at short. Long throw, scooped out nicely by Lindstrom. And after back-to-back singles to start it, a double play and a ground out. Get the Redbirds out unscathed. Still, they trail 3-2. It's the middle of the 5th on CTN.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like that trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Ian Wynn is 2 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, a run scored.
Getting
and
that
now
potassium.
Getting some potassium to try and
pickle juice. They should have it in the Gatorade containers.
I can't speak to it. I'm not a dietitian, but bananas will definitely help.
That will help as well. I think pickle juice will get the job done quicker.
That is the witch doctor, Howie Shapiro's.
I'm in my basement conjuring up potions.
Zach Sather leading things off for the Redbirds here in the 5th.
Yeah, if you're looking for some, Uncle Howie's pickle juice. Find him at All Cub.
Lewandowski, his 3rd inning of work. Try to tempt Sather with a curve. Able to hold off. Still, it's 1-2. Down and in again, 2-2. Fighting to stay alive, keeps it at 2-2.
Yeah, as a good hitter at the plate, you always want to protect your at bat. Sather made sure he got with 2 strikes, got a piece of that.
And now a full count, so Sather battling back from an 0-2 hole. And this one hit well to center, but a good jump on it for Matthew Carlson. He's there for out number 1.
Yeah, I thought that was going to find the green at first off the bat, but Carlson has played a nice game in center field.
That'll bring up Tanner Stein. Fly out and hit into a double play. And that one's an easy take. I might not even be tempted at that one.
I don't know.
He spiked that about halfway home.
Yeah, you better not be swinging at that.
But knowing me, I probably would.
Like twice.
This one
That's
hit
gone.
well to left. It may have the distance. Not quite, but out of the reach of Reed Brown. Stein will trot in easily with the 1-out double.
I thought that had the distance. Maybe I think the wind kept it in a little bit because it's blowing in, but boy, he just gave that ball a ride.
So the tying run into scoring position again. You saw the effort by Reed Brown, just short of the wall out and left. That'll bring up Xander Parr.
It's 325 down the line, 400 straightaway center. He gave that ball a ride.
And the wind is pretty consistently coming in
absolutely.
From left center. Parr, a single and a run back in the 2nd inning. Fouls this one off. Opportunity for him to try and drive in that tying run. Down and in, 3-1. And up high, ball 4, and there's 2 on with only 1 out.
A good opportunity here for the Redbirds. This game's right middle innings. Opportunity to, at minimum, tie this game up. But you've got runners at 1st and 2nd and just 1 away.
Bring up Jake Paulson looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Both runners are off. Throw not in time to get the lead man. Double steal.
I like it.
Puts 2 in scoring position with only 1 out.
I like it.
Takes the double play out of.
Yep. Be aggressive on the bases.
Out of it. And that's the coaching mastermind, Don Bright, down at 3rd. Stein sliding in safely at 3rd in front of the throw.
There's Coach Bright.
Down in the dirt now, 2-0.
They're going to walk them.
Now that'll put the double play back in.
Correct.
And it'll also mean it'll take the squeeze option away.
Yep.
You're not going to squeeze if there's a force at the plate. I don't know if they would have squeezed, but Stein clearly has some speed to steal third.
Big swing and a miss. It was a great opportunity for Lindstrom here. Got a base hit his last time up.
And yeah, solid single into left. 1 for 1. He's reached base both times. That one skipped, and a good block by Broderson saves a run for sure.
It really did.
Lindstrom has the dubious honor to this point in the ball game of having been stranded at third both times. And both times the Redbirds had the bases loaded behind him and were unable to get him home.
Well, if he's stranded at third this time, that means the Redbirds have put up some runs.
Your powers of deduction
I'm a genius.
are
I'm telling you,
just
I'm a pickle juice
impressive.
maker and a baseball aficionado.
That's a swing he might like back. That pitch down and away. Gets Lewandowski ahead and they count 1-2. Lays off it down in the dirt, 2-2. And he's going to drop another single into short left field. They're going to hold par at third, but the game is tied as Stein comes in on the RBI single by Aaron Lindstrom.
Good job by the clubhouse leader getting the RBI.
Moves everybody up 90 feet.
That'll be his 7th run batted in on the season. Still just one away.
Bring up Jimmy Brenda with a chance to do some damage. A little late on the fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, big swing and a miss on that. A lot of velocity on that fastball.
Well, and Broderson's made some nice blocks, but you may want to probably going to lay off the curveballs at this point with bases loaded and the go-ahead run at third. And as you had pointed out earlier, a lot of room behind the catcher here. And good speed with Xander Parr at third. Fastball gets him swinging and gets Lewandowski ahead, and they count 1-2. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Got a piece of the fastball, stays alive. We'll try again at 2-2.
Ooh. That one's a little high.
And inside. And the count is full. Bases loaded, only one away. One already across. We're all tied up at 3. That pitch is in the dirt, and Brenda will get the RBI base on balls.
I think we're going to see a pitching change here for the Saints. Tom Kreibel walking out to the mound. I believe we're going to see Tyler Field.
Well, while he gets loosened up, we will take a break. We'll be back with more. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
What do we do? You may not be able to plan ahead for a ghost encounter.
Under the dining table now!
But you can plan ahead for natural disasters. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts.
Maybe it's the apocalypse.
Know your evacuation routes and decide on a safe emergency meeting location.
Here? I know. Would have picked Orlando.
Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. So pass the Proton Pack to the next generation and visit ready.gov/plan to get started.
Austin House is the new pitcher coming in. Seen Field warming up, but it is House who will get the call, and he'll inherit a base path full of runners. Only one out. Bases all loaded up.
Well, he's pitched 4 1/3 innings this season. He had given up 9 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned. Yet to have he's got a 0.00 earned run average.
Back to the top of the order, Kyle Schoenbrick, his first at bat as he steps in where Ian Wynn had been hitting.
Well, good opportunity for Schoenbrick to get his average going north, hitting .083 as he steps to the plate with 1 away and bases juiced.
Well, and that Ian, not very big shoes to fill. He was only 2 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah.
Stolen base and run scored.
Yeah, he's got 11 stolen bases on the season.
Oh, well, like I say, I think he had 5 last night.
Yeah.
It was. He is impressively fast. There is no doubt about that. Foul out of play. 1-2. And he's going to make House work. Base is loaded with 1 out. Paulson at third, Lindstrom at second. Brenda is at first base, and a bruise for a base and an RBI.
You will take that. Makes it 5-3 in favor of Coon Rapids.
Just 2 hits in this inning for Coon Rapids, but they've scored 3, and they have the bases loaded. Blake Ramberg looking for his second hit, and that should be it. Just a soft little bloop behind second base, move everybody 90 feet. Lindstrom comes in to score. And it is a 6-3 lead for the home squad.
A nice inning put together by the Redbirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Able to take that lead, now get a 3-run cushion with still just 1 away and bases loaded.
And Kirby Peary will dig in. He is the 9th hitter of the inning. Peary looking for his first hit of the night.
Big Great time to get it.
And there it is, a line drive to right field. Oh, it's caught. I thought for sure that was getting down the line, but
I thought so as well.
A good play by Jack Carroll to get over and make the catch.
That's a big second out. Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to find the green.
Zach Sather started this inning with a fly ball to center field. He'll come up trying to keep the inning going with bases loaded. 2 away, his team on top by 3. Looks at a pitch for a strike. Off-speed pitch called a strike as well, 0-2. This one hit high to right. Carroll is underneath it, makes the catch. And for the 3rd time in 5 innings, the Redbirds leave the bases loaded, but this time they score 3. They lead 6-3 going to the 6th on CTN. There you see it, Coon Rapids with 3 runs in the 5th. And they have gone from a 3-0 deficit to a 6-3 lead midway through the ball game.
Lassity on the mound. He's, as you talked about earlier, he's pitching a pretty good game here. Hey, look, there's Aaron Yund. Doesn't even look your way.
Hard fastball to start Marcus Krupke out 0-1. Yeah, since giving up those 3 runs in the first, he's thrown 4 scoreless innings. Pitch count's starting to get up there. That was pitch number 80. We'll see how long they go. But another thing, I was talking earlier about the makeup of this team. They have 5 or 6 catchers. They've got a lot of pitchers.
Yep.
Jackson Bates in getting loosened up. This one hit back to Vlacity. He was able to get a piece of it, and that's going to be an infield single. Good effort by Vlacity, but that's one that it's almost better if he lets it go. No competitor is ever going to be just look at it and let it go. But it might have been better. Might have given the middle infielders an opportunity to get that out. Coach Jeff Lindstrom out to have a chat with him.
Yeah, first time that Coach Lindstrom has
I think
Kinda
more.
walked
I
him
think
on-
it just wanted to check on him, give a little extra time for Jackson to get warmed up, maybe, but also to just check on him. Make sure he was okay, didn't get hit in the ankle or anything on that play. But they do have a fair few arms that can come out of the bullpen here and be quite effective. Couple of strong lefties, including the bomber Joe Lewis.
Yeah.
Reed Brown 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop-up. This one hit solidly, but well foul and out of play.
Got that one.
Good block by Kirby, but a good jump by the base runner Krupke, and he's over to second base on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and unfortunately Kirby couldn't get the ball cleanly. It gave Krupke a little extra time to get down there.
Two and one now. They count to Reed Brown with a runner at second base. Nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Redbirds leading the Saints by a 6-3 score thanks to that 4-run 5th inning.
Well, the Saints trying to come back here now after leading for the majority of this game so far.
That one fouled off of the leg of Reed Brown. A little late on the call. Good charge from Saylor.
Yeah.
Still got some range.
Right off the a foot.
Slow speeder. Gets him swinging.
Big strikeout for Jack.
4th strikeout of the evening. That'll bring up Broderson. Takes pitch down and in 1-0.
Hey, got one. Going to one. There you go.
Broderson got a piece of it. It's 1-1. Off-speed pitch, pop foul, and out of play.
There you go.
Got out in front of that one, fouls it off, stays alive at 1-2.
Big play, Zach.
And back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, you all of a sudden now you have 2 outs, and when you have a runner in scoring position, now if you can get away.
Yeah, especially after the leadoff single by Krupke was a relatively soft ground ball, but tough play for the pitcher to try and make. Only got a piece of it. That was a good bend right there for the strike.
Was.
Well, Jack's also developed a splitter that has some serious downward movement on it, a little faster than his curveball. Doesn't have quite as much break. That's a straight fastball there. But the splitter, it hovers. It comes in weird, but then just falls dramatically. Ooh.
That did not miss by much. I thought that was pretty close to being at the knees, but
yeah, you definitely can't take that one again if you're Jack Carroll. 1-2. And there it is. After giving up that little squeaker infield single that he got a piece of, Mr. Vlacity comes right back and fans the side. He's got 6 strikeouts in the game. His team has a 6-3 lead, and we head to the bottom of the 6th on CTN.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Back at the ballpark, or the golf course. Hole 20, the final hole of the...
Is that the final hole?
Yeah, there are 21 total holes at Wintercrest, but the reorganization, you finish on hole 20. And it's a long one.
How long?
I don't know the specifics.
I thought
450, 450, 500. Yeah. It's got some
it's
distance.
a hole.
And off the top of the hill, boy, I'm sure that player had some wind to deal with coming off the top of that hill tonight. Tanner Stein will lead things off for Coon Rapids here in the 6th. Had a double and scored in that 4-run 5th inning. Foul out of play. Evens the count 1-1.
We're in the bottom of the 6th, certainly with a nice 6-3 lead. Redbird's not going to sit on that if they can continue to cobble together runs.
Off speed pitch fell just in front of the plate. 2-1. Got a piece of that still out in front of it a little bit. 2-2.
Come on, keep fighting up there.
Down and away, a full count.
Yeah, good patience at the plate, make them work.
Well, and House came in. He faced 4 batters through 10 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. When he came on in relief with bases loaded and only 1 out. Gives up the leadoff walk here. I don't see anyone in the bullpen, but there are a lot of not a lot of numbers over in the visiting bullpen
They've only
or
got 3
visiting
guys,
dugout.
3 guys on the bench.
Where the home dugout, they don't even
They're
fit
full.
in the dugout.
Oh,
there's 4 guys.
Yeah.
There's another one over
Yeah,
there, so that's
there's
5.
5. Oh, more than I thought. From this angle, it looks like there's 3.
Stein was off with the pitch, but Parr fouls it back and out of play. Parr 1 for 2 in the game, has scored twice. Trying to spark another big inning here. Stein was off and nearly got picked off. A pretty good move from Austin House, but Stein able to slide back safely. He's going, and this one fouled on the third base line and out of play. And the first couple of guys really making Austin House work here in the 6th.
Well, yeah, and then, again, you're hoping that he gets you something too at this point where you can groove it.
Check on Stein again. He's back safely. You want to keep the runners close, but with only one umpire, it has to be so blatantly obvious in order to get the call. This one grounded to second, bobbled there by Shermers, and the throw not in time. Now Stein is going to gallop over to third base. And yeah, you call it hometown scoring. How in the world do you call that a hit?
Yeah, it's got to be an error.
But they put it up as a hit. I mean, that is as hometown as you get. That's an error in my book. Sorry, Xander. But
well, Xander will take the opportunity to get on base.
Runners at the corners with nobody out here in the 6th. And this one hit into shallow center field. An RBI single for Jake Paulson, and nearly wasn't. That throw got home in a hurry. Both runners will advance on the throw. I mean, Stein had to wait at third base and just make sure that it wasn't going to be caught, but I didn't think there would even be a throw.
Oh, yeah, he threw that one in on a rope.
And so now the Redbirds really an opportunity to really open this game up. With 2 in scoring position, nobody out, 1 already across. Aaron Lindstrom coming up, he's 2 for 2. Down in the dirt, good scoop by Broderson.
Yeah, he's made a number of nice plays behind the plate, used his body to keep the ball in front of him a couple of times, but that was just a nice backhanded scoop, as you mentioned.
House took a little something off of that just to make sure he got it over. Got it in there for a strike. It's still 2-1. And now 3-1.
Redbirds are looking to load him up again.
Or unload him.
Or unload him. That would be better.
I think Al here has no intention of walking and would much rather get a knock and drive in at least one, if not both.
Totally agree.
Out in front of it, and it's a full count. And House comes back with a big strikeout for the first out of the inning. He needed that.
Yeah, he really did. Because he's certainly not out of a jam at this point.
That'll bring up Jimmy Brenda looking for his first hit of the evening. He did get a bases loaded walk and therefore an RBI in that 4-run fifth inning. This one hit high to center field. Going back is Carlson and makes the catch, tagging and moving are both runners. So that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Brenda. And it'll make it a 8-3 lead.
What looked like in the beginning of this game that St. Michael was going to step out and try and take control. The Redbirds have done a really nice job of battling back and then just increasing their lead to where it is now, as you mentioned, at 8-3.
With 2 outs, a runner at third base, back to the top of the order. And Kyle Schoenbrick. 0 for 1, but was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in his first at bat. Therefore, also got himself an RBI.
Yep.
You know, it would be a kind of an interesting game is if we took all of the guys and see how close we could get to their graduation years.
And
if we could even get them in the right order. Like the more recent guys, I think we'd be okay.
Well, we'd be okay with those.
But
like
Schoenbrick goes down swinging, and it's a couple of big strikeouts for House, averting a much bigger inning. But Coon Rapids gets 2 more. They lead 8-3 as we head to the 7th on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Back at the ballpark, it has turned into a more pleasant evening after a very, very hot, record-breaking hot day.
Yes. Although we've been I'm not going to say comfortable, but we've been okay back here. We've had a breeze. We're out of the sun. I mean, it's still in the 90s, I believe. And
Jackson Bates will come on in relief after 6 strong innings from the starter, Jack Flassity.
yeah, Jack had definitely a nice outing.
And this is House with his first at bat.
House hitting 250 on this season.
Curveball grounded back up the middle and through. And House with a leadoff single.
Bates coming into the game with a 1-0 record. He's pitched 4 innings, given up a hit and 1 run not earned. He struck out 7 in 4 innings.
Yeah, he's been used, from what I've seen, and I haven't gone to all of the games, but from what I've seen, he's been used in more of a closer's role. And this is a player who was pretty much sure he was going to be just hanging up the pitching cleats. And wasn't going to be doing much more pitching, but then they asked him to toe the rubber, and he's done a nice job out there. He says, well, maybe I should stick with this pitching thing once in a while, maybe.
Yeah, yet to give up an earned run.
Carlson late on the fastball, 0-2. Carlson 2 for 3. Couple of singles, also reached on an error, has scored once. High fly to short left, and that is going to fall in front of a diving Stein.
Yeah, with the wind really played havoc with that one. Tough for Stein to come in from left field and make a play on that ball.
Well, and he was playing it pretty deep,
Yeah.
and that was just a little bloop, so good effort. I always get worried when they dive, though, because if it gets by him, could be extra bases, but fortunate that it
kind of died.
It died a lot. Yeah. Did not bounce past him, so no extra bases. Back-to-back singles, 2 on, nobody out for Blake Shermers. Shermers shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike, 0-1. Shermer's 2 for 3, a pair of singles, but in between, hit into a double play. Shows the bunt again, drops down a good one. Bates will go to third. They'll get the lead runner. The sacrifice did not work.
Yeah, that bunt a little bit too far. Jackson able to come off the mound and make a solid throw over to the bag to Sather. That's what they want to do, get that lead run.
Well, and to be honest, I'm a little surprised. I enjoy small ball as much as the next guy, maybe even more.
You're down by 5.
But, yeah, you're down 5 in the 7th inning. I think I don't think you give away outs at that point.
Especially when he allows you to get that lead runner.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Ian Crable of Alawaga. Also hit into a double play. He's got a single and a double, and then the double play ball. This one skied on the right side of the infield. Long run for Paulson, stays with it for out number 2.
Yeah, big second out here, too.
I think it was infield fly. He was already out.
Nonetheless, big second out.
That'll bring up Jordan Krupke. Krupke reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the first inning. And these Saints have not scored since. 3 runs in the ball game, all in that first inning. This one fouled back, out of play, 0-2. got a piece, fouls it off, stays alive at 0-2.
Got a great spot for Bates to be in here. Let's try and pitch out of this little bit of a jam. Ooh.
That was
not what he
that
wanted.
Was all fastball.
Yeah,
and not what you want to do when you got him at 0-2.
No.
Now we'll load the bases with 2 away.
Right in the arm.
Going to bring up Marcus Krupke. He's 1 for 3. Bases loaded, 2 out. Fastball in for a strike.
You think they're related?
I would say there's a strong possibility that they are related, possibly even by blood.
I would think you're right.
I would say most likely brothers, but I have been wrong before.
Not too often, though.
It all depends on who you ask. So Bates jumps right back ahead of this Krupke, 0-2 now. And then pulls the string and gets the swing for strike 3. So a couple of hits, bases left juiced. As we go to the bottom of the 7th on CTN.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American. You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
St. Michael's Saints, one of the top teams in the Metro Mini League, and they jumped to a 3-run lead in the top half of the first inning. But it's been all Coon Rapids since then. The Redbirds with 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the 5th, and 2 more in the 6th. They now lead 8-3 as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And we knew coming in, Howie, this would be a tough game for them. It's a league game and a team with 5 wins on the season, and I think they've scored 10 or more runs in 4 of those 5 wins. So it's a team from St. Michael that can really hit the ball around, and after that first inning, they've been shut down run-wise.
Well, and they're 3-0 in the Metro Mini, and the Redbirds are 3-1. So this is a big game.
Austin House came in with the bases loaded, only 1 out in the 5th inning. And then it gave up a couple of runs in that 6th inning. He'll face the 2-3-4 hitters in this 7th. Ramberg jumped on the first pitch, hit it to Krupke at short. He gets it over to Valaraga, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
A nice dig to by Valaraga as well.
That'll bring up Kirby Peary, trying to break his 0 for 4 night. Also jumping on the first pitch, he drives that very foul out of play. Curveball misses the zone, 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Fouled to the backstop, 2-2. Again, tried to tempt him with a breaking pitch down and away, but instead it's a full count. Fouled back. Off the backstop, it'll keep us at 3-2. And that is ball 4.
Another.
22 for 21.
Justin Reeves is going to hit for Zach Sather. Reeves hitting 294.
Rolled to Krepke at short, gets the lead run, the relay not in time, so Reeves on by fielder's choice. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up Tanner Stein. Stein 1 for 3. Double, a couple of runs scored in this ball game. 2 out and a runner at first. That's down in the dirt. Easy take, 1-0.
Another nice backhanded stop by Broderson.
In there for a strike, 1-1. This one fouled back. Well, I will say this. The coaches Lindstrom and Bright have done a nice job in a lot of the games. That was up high, and he could not hold off. That's going to be strike 3. Of getting a lot of guys into a lot of these games, but the guys when they're not getting in, still having fun along the dugout.
It's all about having fun.
But the big strikeout of Stein will end the inning. Redbirds leave another runner stranded. Still, they lead 8-3. 8th inning after this on CTF.
Did you know City Code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more? Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
A warm but pleasant evening at the ballpark, and home team with an 8-3 lead. Jackson Bates on the hill for his second inning in relief.
Yeah.
I know what a big fan you are of pitch count.
I am.
His first inning of work, 17 pitches. How many for strikes?
12.
15.
Oh, I was going to say 15. I thought, well, maybe that's too high. That's funny. It's pretty good.
Big swing by Reed Brown comes up empty. It's 1-1. This is not Reed Brown. We have a new batter, Shapiro.
I'm on it. That's Drake Krupke. There's a third Krupke.
It's a family affair.
He's hitting 500 on the season.
Well, he is now 2 for 2 after coming up empty with a couple of big cuts. This one foul and will get out of play. Big swinging strike 3, second strikeout for Jackson Bates coming on in the 7th. And now the catcher Taylor Broderson as you take another look at Krupke. A little late on that bell tie fastball. Broderson 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk so far this evening. And quickly ahead in the count, 3-0. This one skied left side. Sather is under it, waiting patiently. Comes forward to make the catch.
Yeah, and you know, he was frustrated being ahead in the count 3-0 and a little pop-up to the third baseman for the second out of the inning.
Now Jack Carroll, 1 for 3, takes a pitch inside. Breaking pitch is in there for a called strike to even it up. Up and in.
Yeah, his last two fastballs been that same spot, up and in.
There's one in the zone to even the count. Tried to tempt him with something, but that one wasn't very tempting. It's 3-2. Fastball is in there, called strike. Carroll was starting to head towards first, but instead turns heels and heads back to the dugout. Bates gets him in order, including a couple of strikeouts. Bottom of the 8th after this on CTN.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Into the late innings. Coon Rapids a chance to try and pad their stats here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They have a 5-run lead.
Tyler Field, number 22, as we talked about, on the mound.
First lefty that they have thrown, 4th pitcher of the ball game for St. Michael. And he will face the DH, Xander Parr. Xander is gotten on base and scored all 3 times. A single, a walk, and reached on an error, although they gave him a hit initially. I see they've put a couple of errors on the board for St. Michael since that time, so maybe they went back and said, no, that was definitely an error, because it most certainly was. One and one, low 2-1.
Oh, wait, I'm still hurt.
And now down low 3-1. And Xander would love to have hits every time, but you know, getting on base is
absolutely
is number one.
It's the batter getting on base.
And there is ball 4. He'll accept his second walk of the evening. And he'll reach base for the 4th time. Will he score for the 4th time?
That is, with nobody out, there's a good possibility.
Bring up Jake Paulson. Paulson 1 for 3 with a single and a walk, drove in a run.
Actually, that's Riley Peterson.
You are correct, sir.
Peterson hitting .071.
Pitch in the dirt. Broderson got a good piece of it, but from where it landed, there was really not much chance he was going to keep that around home plate. It was moving pretty good.
Yeah, it really was. Of course, that puts a runner in scoring position now.
And a 2-0 count to Riley Peterson. Fastball just misses upstairs, 3-1. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. Not how Field had hoped his stint would go.
Definitely not. It's going to bring up Jason Clubbin, hitting a $167.
Both runners going, and they got par at third. And it was a called strike.
Yep. Oh, he was actually safe.
Very.
Yeah.
This one grounded is short. Krupke up with it, throws across. That was a pretty impressive play to get the out. That is out number 2. But yeah, that's the hard thing, as I was saying about, trying to get outs at the base, by pickoff.
Right.
It has to be so incredibly obvious for it, the single with the single umpire.
Right.
It
makes it
so
difficult,
hard for him to see it. And same thing there when, he clearly was safe on the backside of the plate, but from his angle, hard to see. And I think if he slides, even though he didn't need to,
right,
I think it looks more likely that he beats it.
Well, we have
if that makes sense.
We have the benefit of the replay as well.
We do.
So yeah.
This one skied in front of the Coon Rapids dugout and off the top of the Coon Rapids dugout.
Everybody cleared.
So now 1-2 to Jimmy Brenda, and I see that Ian Wynn is back in the on deck circle. So cramps have cleared, and he's going to be reinserted in the lineup, I assume. Runner at second base, 2 away, a 2-2 count to Jimmy Brenda. Down and away, full count. Brenda's got a couple RBI, walked with the bases full, and then a sacrifice fly. He'll take another walk, third walk of the inning. Bases loaded with 2 away. Runners at
first
and second with 2 away. Back to the top of the order, and Ian Wynn.
Here we go.
A little late on the fastball, 1-1.
Redbirds looking to see if they can add to that lead, have 5 runs here in the bottom half of the 8th, and have a nice little cushion as it is.
Easy play for the first baseman, Valoaga, to scoop up and tag the base in the inning, but we go to the 9th. Coon Rapids trying to close it out. They're up 8-3 on CTN.
As the world faces the challenges of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Lions recognize that kindness matters now more than ever. And Lions and Leos are finding ways to continue to serve our communities. For more than 100 years, in times of need, Lions always find a way to help those around them. And after we emerge from this, we will be stronger than ever. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
I was the lead gunner of the convoy that we had. While I was suppressing fire, I felt a flick on my upper biceps area. Right after my recovery, I had to find myself again and see what else I could do to continue my selfless service. Having an organization like the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, putting me back into working with wounded troops helped me to process my injury. I'm Sergeant Mary Herrera, and my alive date was November 8th, 2003.
For more information, visit saluteheroes.org.
Redbirds trying to close out a come-from-behind win. St. Michael 3 runs in the top of the first inning. But Coon Rapids chipped away, scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, then took the lead with a 4-run 5th inning. Added a couple of insurance runs in the 6th. And now have that 8-3 lead and bringing in the big gun.
Nick Harold, he's throwing smoke. He comes in, he's got a couple of saves on the season, but he's thrown 9 innings. He's given up 1 hit, 4 walks, and 22 strikeouts in 9 innings. Does that seem right?
Throws into the low 90s.
Yeah, the Saints batters are going to have their work cut out for themselves here in the top of the 9th.
House geared for that fastball. That one was in the dirt. He tried to stop himself and couldn't. And just like that, 1, 2, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
That's impressive.
Back to the top of the order, Matthew Carlson. 3 for 4, has reached all 4 times. And Harold is just going to challenge him with fastballs. Just keep throwing strikes, make him put the ball in play. This one chopped to third. Sather on a couple of hops, takes his time, throws across. Oh, Ricky Petroff over at first base now. I love it when he can take his time because the runner just stopped running.
About halfway down the baseline.
Did he even make
I'm
it
not
halfway?
gonna. I make about halfway, I think, maybe.
He said, you know, it's a hot day.
Yeah, it's like there's
Not
no way I'm
beating
gonna beat it
that.
out. This guy in the mound's throwing fire.
And now Field at the plate. Able to hold off of the pitch down low, 1-1. Another one misses low. 2-1. And now misses high, 3-1. So one skied and wide of first. Petrov tracking, makes the catch. And this one is all done. Harold gets them 1, 2, 3. And the Redbirds win this one 8-3.
Yeah, nice win for the Redbirds. The Saints started out and they had that lead early in this game, but Redbirds didn't phase them at all, and they came back to win this one 8-3. Going to move to 8-6 on the season now, and 4-1 in the Metro Mini. That should move them up to first place, I believe.
Yeah, and just great to see the way they did it, too. Fell behind early, didn't get discouraged.
Nope.
Chipped away at it, and then broke off a big inning and never looked back. And, Jack Vlacity, a great start. After giving up the 3 runs in the first, he shut him down and threw 5 scoreless innings behind that, a solid 6 innings of work. Couple of scoreless innings from Jackson Bates, and then Nick Harold comes in and just slams the door shut.
Literally. Yeah, no, Aaron Lindstrom came over wanting to know if we called him old, and we certainly did not. We called him the leader of the clubhouse and the grizzled vet, and he certainly did have a nice night, too.
Yep, he had a couple of big knocks, and just a good team win all around.
Yep.
And a fun one to watch. And most importantly, they come away with a win. And it's all because of the tutelage of that man right there.
Don Bright.
Don Bright.
The one and only.
One and only.
Yes, sir.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.